Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. I'm your host, Jake Combs, and tonight we're going to be opening up Galen and Doralia Ven Denst, which are two witch hunters that go with the cities of Sigmar. Personally, I am expecting, keep in mind this is completely unfounded, there's been no evidence to suggest that this is the case. I've received no information from Games Workshop to suggest this, but I have a feeling that in the coming next couple months, maybe before the end of the year, we will see these two models get some sort of feature in Curse City. So because I'm anticipating that, I went ahead and got myself a set so that way I can be prepared, have them painted, ready to go, and match the overall paint scheme of the rest of my heroes. Now again, nobody has confirmed or denied anything regarding these models other than the fact that they look very similar aesthetically, and honestly, almost anytime they put out a good looking witch hunter model, I definitely want to pick it up, because they are some of my favorite good guy heroes. Now, so we're going to go ahead and open it up. So obviously, with just the two models, this is going to be one of our shortest videos in a little while. Now, as you can see, we are on a new day of the week from normal. This will be the day going forward. Now, the next video, I will have to double check the exact dates to be certain, but my understanding is that if I remember correctly, as of the 14th, we are able to unbox the Dominion box set, which we actually received in the mail this morning. So we're going to go over that as soon as we are able, as long as we don't breach that embargo date. We have not broken the seal on it, so we have not seen anything in person yet other than just the outside of the box, and even if we had, we couldn't talk about it. So on to Galen and Doralia. These two characters, they are father and daughter, if I remember correctly. Now with Doralia, you do have an alternative head style. Personally, I like it because it fits more of the stereotypical witch hunter aesthetic, with that big wide-brimmed hat. And the only problem with it is, with the hat on, other than seeing the regular head, there's not a lot that you can actually see of her model that makes her stand out as a female. And so, obviously I am definitely a fan of strong women characters, and I don't want it to be obvious that they're not women, because I think that kind of detracts from what they do for female players. Having that character to look to kind of as a symbol of who they are or who they aspire to be, and masking her feminine features behind a big ass hat, I definitely don't think is the way to go because of that. But at the same time, the hat's pretty cool, so I know I'm not going to use it in the end. I might do some conversion where that might be like hanging from her hip or something, so she could put it on if she chose to. Maybe have it magnetized where I can swap it out or something. I don't know. Have to dig into that once we get to that point. Now, the hat itself, as we can see right here, it actually does not have a head in it whatsoever, so it's actually not an alternative head. Okay, I'm actually mistaken, it is. So we have two heads for her in there. One where her hair would be is kind of put into a cone which is going to fit easily into the hat. Now, you could adjust the placement of the hat, it looks like, because it's not a perfect shape as far as how it's going to fit into the hole. At least it doesn't look like it. So you have a little bit of wiggle room to kind of adjust that, so you can see a little bit more of her face than what they show in the picture. But again, I'm most likely going to go without the hat, at least on her head. Now, these models, you know, I love Games Workshop's plastic models these days because they pack in so much detail, and other than the weapons and items that they're carrying, they don't have a significant amount of detail on them, which makes sense because, I mean, they are wearing, you know, leather and cloth, which don't have a lot of decoration on them, where, you know, like if you had a lizardman, for example, you know, you're going to have lots of scales and things like that, so you're going to have a lot more detail on the body. You know, the same goes for some demons and things like that. But, you know, these look more plain than some of the recent models we've looked at, but I'm also not surprised just because of the fact that of what they're wearing and the general aesthetic of those characters, or those types of characters rather, because, you know, your typical witch hunter is not going to be covered in, you know, flashy decorative clothing. You know, they're more about form and function, and get in there, get the job done, kick some ass, and take care of whatever threat to the other cities of Sigmar are out there. But still some great looking models. Definitely looking forward to getting these ones built and based and ready to go, because we have quite a few things that we're painting. I am currently in the process of building our ironclad that we're going to be using as the centerpiece for the game, just because of the fact that they do use one of those Carradine Overlord ships to go to and from the city. Now, we do have our assembly guide. You know, so between the two characters, we have, it looks like 4 total pages of instructions, and then we have our war scrolls for both characters. Now, what I would have liked for them to do, what they did is, you know, each side is the same language, and then one of each character. And what I think they should have done is, like, say for instance with this one, English, you know, like then French of the same character, and then the next character English and French, and then, you know, the next language is like that, doing it the same way, so that way you can actually take them out of here and not have to flip it over back and forth to look at their abilities and stats while playing with them, where if you had them both in the same language, you could set them literally next to each other without having to do any photocopying or anything like that. And just taking a quick look, so there's nothing in here that says that you have the authorization to make photocopies. So a lot of photocopy places will not do it for you, so you would have to find some other way to do it yourself if you wanted to have them side by side like I described. So I think that is a missed opportunity right there, but they are some great looking models, and I think that's the real important part here. As in terms of Age of Sigmar, I personally don't play Cities of Sigmar, so outside of Curse City, these guys are not going to get any play, but, you know, they're still going to go on display with the rest of the Curse City stuff, because if I was a betting man, I would definitely put money on the fact that we are going to see these guys, as well as Radikar the Beast, the Rat Prince, and Anika getting some sort of Curse City rules sometime between now and the end of the year is my guess. But like I said, complete speculation. I have no idea if it's going to happen, but I think that it will. But that's it for me today. Now tune in next week, like I said, because at some point next week, once we hit that embargo date, we will be filming and unboxing the new Dominion box. So something to look forward to. But again, that's it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you all next week. Good night.